Hey, what's up? I'm back again. This is Lauren, the Story Brand Strategist, coming to you from the Bronx, New York City. Part 2 advice for Polo on Instagram, Polo Dude on Instagram. Okay, so second piece of advice. So I talked about in the first video, if you're really looking for airplay in major markets that A&R really doesn't exist, and that you basically have to make sure your content is out, your music is you're producing and it's out on many different platforms for people to purchase and download, and because you can use that as leverage to get play on major stations and major platforms, as well as, of course, if you're selling on Google Play, that's money in your pocket, all that good stuff. All right, now the second one, which I think will be the most beneficial to you right now, that you can see a quicker return on the investment of the time and maybe a little bit of money into it, would be this. You have over 28,000 followers on Instagram, almost 30,000, and maybe by the time you watch this, you will be at 30,000. Okay, you're about 1,000 away, I believe. Check this out. You are a mini celebrity on social media. Okay, you have all these people following you right now, and you should be leveraging that following. What do I mean by that? There are, I believe you're in Atlanta. I think maybe that's your whole town or where you are right now, Atlanta. Almost, we would like to call Chocolate City very popular, Atlanta, right? Check this out, man. There are a bunch of small businesses in Atlanta, like black and bougie places, so to speak, boutiques and all that other good stuff. And I'm just gonna throw that out there. There are other smaller businesses in Atlanta that would love for you to shout them out on Instagram, or have a video of you going into their shops or buying their clothes, or you wearing their clothes and kind of modeling their clothes to your 28,000 followers on Instagram, because for them it means exposure. For them it could mean sales, right? So I just picked a market of, let's say, black-owned, expensive and high-end boutiques. I just picked that market. It could be, I see you have pictures of sneakers. It could be a particular sneaker store somewhere that you go and you get your kicks from. They would love to have someone, especially someone who is a recording artist, to shout them out on Instagram, or have Instagram live videos, right? Or all the other Instagram live videos, or the kind of the Instagram stories of you shopping, or maybe listening to your music, or you walking in, or they're doing a mini interview with you sitting down, talking to the owners of those establishments. They could benefit greatly by you doing that, promoting them to your audience, which is significant, my dude. You have 28,000 people, almost 30,000 people following you. Why aren't you leveraging that? There are stores that would love to have the kind of power that you have, the kind of followers that you have. All you got to do, now it's a little bit of work intensive, whether you're going to do it individually or you're going to get somebody else to do it for you, because I'm assuming that your hometown, you're in Atlanta, based on your the information on your Instagram, is you shop in Atlanta. You know what these places are. You know what these shops are. You got pictures of you going in shops with with clothing and stuff like that. Instead of taking them damn pictures for free, why can't you charge for the benefit of you taking these pictures in these places, right? You might as well. That's how people, this is basically a sponsorship. At NBA, there are people with tattoos of Sprite and shit on their neck because they're getting paid for it. Well, I'm not asking you to get a tattoo of whatever boutiques or wherever you shopping, babe. But what you can do is just go make a list of those businesses. You can start off with businesses and places that you frequent down there. It could be a smoothie shop. It could be where you get your cologne. It could be where you go get your dreads done. It could be whatever it is you do, babe. Whatever you like. I always like starting with places that you frequent anyway, because you're spending your money there. So since you have this following, you might as well make the most out of it. You make a list of those places. You say, hey, listen, my name is Polo, and I have all these followers on Instagram. I have over 28,000 people on Instagram. They follow me. I'm a recording artist. How about The next time I drop, how about if I start doing Instagram live videos, walking into your store with me, checking out your clothes, we can work out a deal where I'll be willing to do that, and you pay me a sponsorship for helping promote your brand every month to my 28,000 followers on Instagram, and that will give you exposure. A lot, and if you actually know where a lot of your followers are, if most of your base is in Atlanta, then great. Sell that point too. Say, hey, most of my base is in Atlanta, so if they see me shopping and buying your stuff, they're gonna come, right? That's how you do it. So I would make a list of maybe 20 businesses like that, and I would start approaching them, saying, hey, this is who I am, this is what I got. If you want to make a deal for me coming into your store and doing this, or maybe the next time I have a listening party is going to be dropping a song in your store, or doing Instagram lives in your store, I'll shout you out on my Instagram, whatever. Let's make a deal. Let's make this happen. Let's make it good for the both of us, right? If you broker deals like that, that's going to be more immediate cashola in your pocket, as well as exposing that business to your folks who follow you on Instagram. Because even if a business gets like 5 or 6 more people, or 10 more people, or even 50 more people buying and being aware of their brand, they are happy, especially for brick and mortar businesses. So that's something that you can do to get more immediate gratification money wise, right? So I say get a list of those, and what you're going to do is you're going to pitch them and approach them like, hey, this is who I am, I'm an artist, these are my followers, and they hungry and they loyal, and I'll be willing to shout you out for X, Y, and Z. So if you had even 3 businesses out of 20 say, yeah, we want you in there, and they paying you a few thousand to do that every month, my dude, you got instant cash, and you don't have to perform, and you don't have to make a goddamn song to do that, right? So it's just looking at stuff like that, which is what I would highly recommend, especially since you have the followers, my dude. It's not like you don't have any followers. You have a significant amount of followers, and they're growing, So that's something that you should seriously consider doing, especially since I've seen you take pictures with 50. I've seen you at different events. You might as well. Might as well do it. Let's see, what other places? Because I was just kind of scrolling through the Cheesecake Factory. Dude, why don't you say, hey, yo, owner Cheesecake Factory, I'm an artist. I got these followers. I like cheesecake. Let's make something happen. Just simple stuff like that, can make a difference in what comes in, and also expands your brand. Because if people who follow, if the Cheesecake Factory, for example, has an Instagram account, and they see that you pretty much are kind of you're kind of one of the guys who's like shouting them out, they start to follow you, they start to check you out, as well as your followers check out the places that you are going, because they're your fans, right? So they want to know as much about you as possible. So if you eat at Cheesecake Factory, great. If there's a particular brand you favor, approach them like, hey, listen, I wear your clothes, I got Instagram followers, let's make a deal, let's make something happen. If you do that, you will get a lot of ROI on that, especially since you already have the other stuff that you're already doing. So you might as well take advantage and start leveraging that, because what you're going to see in your space is there are people right now, other guys in your space, who have less followers than you do, and they're going to start leveraging doing that. So I'm telling you something that you can do right now to start getting ahead and using that to your advantage, of being sort of the mini local celebrity within Atlanta in your area. Because what it's going to do is it's going to expand your reach and your base, as well as put money in your pocket and help you become even more known than you might already be in your space and where you are. So take advantage of it. It takes a little bit of work, but it's a more immediate payout on that end. So that's something that you should look to do, trying to approach other brands, approach these boutiques as for a sponsorship opportunities with you, especially since you have the followers. So I gave you number 1. This is advice number 2. I hope this you take at least one suggestion and use it to the best of your abilities. This is Lauren from the Bronx. I am the Story Brand Strategist, and see you on Instagram. Thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. Deuces.